I think, oh, here we go. I remember what I was going to say. We will cut this part out. Get a nice little drink promo if you guys are watching. But what's up, everybody? Welcome to Buenas. My name is Jesus Garcia. My coach isn't here today. He actually showed up to the wrong volleyball bar. He's at Wakefield Crowbar. But we have a very special guest here today with us. We have Aly Valiani. Thank you so much for being here, man. We appreciate you just opening up the space for us. It's super exciting to shoot here at this at the Decoy that we spent so much time here. Sometimes, you know, not remembering what we've done here, but we appreciate you coming out and playing with us, man. Have you ever played Loteria before?
No, I haven't, man. We hosted at the bar a couple of times, so I'm super excited. I know you said not to be competitive, but I do want to beat you. So we'll see what
know what? And as the people know that have been watching, man, so if I lose, I gotta. Hopefully, I don't. I think I'm losing right now.
I want to see that punishment wheel for sure.
Yeah. So if you have any ideas, man, for sure, let it be known. Don't tell him though, because
we'll go make you do some sprints.
Yeah, you go on the sand. That would be the worst, man. 12 o'clock, right at noon, right at the hottest time.
So you said you were sweating to go to the car.
Yeah, it's Houston, man. You're sweating just walking out. It really hits you in the face when you get out there, that heat, man. But thank you so much, man. We want to kind of showcase you and what you've been doing. So if you want to introduce yourself, tell the people a little bit more about who you are.
Yeah, my name is Aly Valiani. I'm the owner of New Horizons Hospitality, which is a hotel management and development company. We've been in the hotel business since '96. And then I also own Wakefield Crowbar and the Decoy, which are both family-friendly sand volleyball sports bars. So I got into that business in 2019 with my business partner, Omid, a best friend of mine from college. So personally, live right here in the Memorial area, and 2 kids. I got an 11-year-old daughter and 7-year-old son. So happy to be here.
Yeah,
for sure.
Sounds
Between
like
work and the kids, there's no break. But
yeah, man, absolutely. What was it? Talk a little bit more about kind of 2009 when you kind of came up with the bars, and then also before that with the hospitality and everything.
Yeah, so like coming up and when we moved to America, my parents moved from Pakistan, and they moved to New York, and we didn't like New York because it was really cold and just like super crowded and dirty. And then we moved to Miami, and oh shit.
There you go.
And and then we moved to Miami. I'm like, all right, let me.
He's really trying to win this one.
So we moved to Miami, and like parents like Miami, and we got into the dry cleaning business, and that's how my dad kind of came up in being an entrepreneur. My dad actually has never worked for anyone before. He's always been kind of his own
boss. Yeah.
So growing up, I never knew what corporate jobs were or any of that stuff. I just knew make your own business. Anyway, so we got into the dry cleaning business in Miami, and we ended up moving to Houston in the early 80s. I was born in Miami, but we moved here when I was like 3 or 4. And
super young.
Super young.
About Miami.
I remember a little bit about it. I love Miami. I still go there every year. We have a condo there. I'm a beach. I love the beach.
There you go.
So that's how we got into dry cleaning business. And then my dad and his brothers and a couple of cousins, I think they had like 50 to 75 stores around Texas at one time.
Oh, wow.
But my dad's kind of passion was always to get into the hotel business. And so when I went to college and went to UT, that's where I went with my business partner, Omid. And while I was going to college, my dad started transitioning in the hotel business. And when I came back from UT, barely graduated,
fresh out of college.
I was like, actually, we still were in the dry cleaning business also. So I ended up working on the dry cleaners with my dad for a couple of years, but then got into the hotel business with him later on. And I started a business with him in 2006, and we had 8 hotels at one time, and it was a great business. But then when COVID hit, COVID changed travel. People stopped traveling. They stopped going for work, for vacations. In a hotel business, that's what that's the main thing. And so my business partner Omid approached me with an opportunity to actually purchase Wakefield Crowbar. Now, I don't know if you've been to Crowbar before.
Yeah, I have.
When he used to call me there to hang out because he lives on the street, that was his go-to bar.
Yeah, just walk right down.
Can we cuss on this podcast?
Yeah, absolutely, of course.
I fucking hated that. And I hated the bar because I didn't like the food, I didn't like the parking, I didn't like the drinks. I just like, what the fuck is this concept? I didn't understand it. And but he's like, hey, you want to buy this? I'm like, hell no. But he's like, yeah, showed me the numbers. This, like, oh, okay, we can fix it up.
Yeah.
And anyway, so that's how we got into and so our timing was fucked up because we bought it in October of 19. COVID hit.
Oh, man.
And so, but we made it through that, and this unique concept of a family-friendly bar with sand volleyball, music, like it's different. That's unique, So when you bring people out, you can't really explain it, but when you bring people out and they see it, oh my God, this is awesome. I love this.
Right.
Something for everyone. And so that concept was really cool, and that's what led us to opening up the Decoy out here in Spring Branch in November of 23. And so still in the hotel business, but also in these two locations as well. And I kind of figured out, I think it was why I like hotels or bars or whatever. I just like creating people to have fun memories. So they come to mind. Exactly. You can't. Oh shit! I had Decoy at a badass time, right? How many games have we watched here?
We were just here last night, actually. Yeah.
Joey's like, oh yeah, these guys were here last night. So
you guys had a pretty good deal for 713 days. So
yeah, 713 was a great deal. Dollar white tees, right?
It was pretty good.
Anyways, man, so that's what I think I love about hospitality, and that's kind of how I got into the bar business.
Yeah. When you went to college, was it like a hospitality degree that you got? Or
it was just straight up business, management. So I went to UT the year before it got hard to get in. Yeah. And so my dad was basically he was like, look, if you stay in Texas, I'll buy you a car. Fuck it.
Why
so
not?
I applied to UT. Didn't apply anywhere else. I had no safety schools. I didn't even think about it.
Yeah.
So I was like, I'm going to get in. Luckily, I got in, and I got into the business school. And the business school there at UT is amazing. I mean, I learned so much from the professors about leadership and not finance and accounting skills as much, but more about leadership and understanding the philosophies of business and processes and engineering, when it comes to business. So loved UT, but I just had a general business degree from there. So I think that's what helped me most is more just the exposure to the professors and all that. Right,
getting some of that. Like when you were growing up, obviously your parents asked you to come and help out around the business, or were they just more like, you can kind of focus on school?
I think initially, just like kind of any immigrant parent, they kind of think, oh, my son is going to take over the business and work. And me and my dad, we butted heads. My dad's a very strong-willed guy, and I was a very kind of stubborn, like any young kid. And so actually, that's why I didn't join him in the hotels until I was a little bit older and a little bit more mature. And I was like, look, I'm at a point in my life where I can just, whatever he's going to throw at me, I'll just shut up and take it because I'm going to learn. I'm going to learn this business. I want to learn from him. And so I think I had to mature a bit to be able to ready to work with him. I had worked with him at the cleaners and stuff before, but
not at that level though.
Building hotels is a totally different level. So it took some time to adjust to that. And honestly, man, working with your family is really hard because I go to family dinner if I stop by my parents' house. In 2 minutes, he's asking me, what's up with the raid, this, that. I was like, shit, man, I'm trying to eat some dinner.
He's just working 24/7.
So, it creates a dynamic. So when I moved home from college, I actually moved out of the house because, I was like, dude, I can't work with you all day and then come home and live with you. And I was like, dinner was what the,
I hate my boss. Yeah, you show that's your dad.
Anyways, that's how I moved to Edo. So I moved to East downtown, and I loved Edo. I lived there forever. Yeah. So that's how I dealt with it. But working with family is definitely different, but it's also an amazing opportunity to take something your parents grew and hopefully take it to the next level, something they're proud of. And so, you got to deal with what you got to deal with.
For sure, man. Yeah, that's super interesting, man. And I think obviously a blessing that you're able to kind of take over and just kind of do that. That is funny, man. I mean, 2019, you're like, let me buy this bar, and then 2020 hits and COVID strikes. Talk a little bit more about that and kind of the difficulties that you guys went through.
I mean, the day we bought it, and
no, that's when they were like, hey, we're gonna shut everything.
No. But the day we bought it, it was I don't know if we're in the World Series, the Astros, or we're in the playoffs. October 19th.
Probably playoffs.
Game 6 of something.
We were deep in the playoffs. We went to the World Series.
And we went to the World Series. That's what we ended up going to the World Series. It was the game, I think, to get to that. Something around there. I might have been hazy. Yeah. We bought the bar, me and my buddy Omid, and we're like, oh man, this is awesome.
It's a great idea.
And it starts raining outside. All right, whatever, fuck it. We're like, whatever, a couple drinks in, celebrating. And the fucking sewage starts overflowing from the drains. So the whole bar, sewage starts coming up.
No,
like, what the fuck is? They're like, oh yeah, happens every time. The guy hadn't fixed the fucking
Failed to
plumbing.
mention that. Wait, this was your friend that you bought it from?
No, I didn't buy it from my friend. My friend and I bought it together.
Oh,
we bought it from someone else.
I thought it was your friend, and he was just like, I forgot to mention that. Shit's coming out the toilets every now and then.
So it was like crazy because we're like, oh my god, and we did like. I think we did like $4,000 or $5,000 in sales. So we're like, oh my god, this is the best night ever,
Right.
Like stupid shit.
That happens.
Anyway, so we took it over, bought it, and then COVID hit. And the good thing about the sand volleyball though was that outdoor sand volleyball was an approved sport, and we had a kitchen. And basically we shut down for like a week. But then me, Omid, and our cook Hugo, we basically opened it up. And I remember to this day, we set up one of those Blue Academy tents right at the front door. We had like limited food menu, and we had drinks. And we just set up, we're like, whoever in the neighborhood comes, they're going to come.
Yeah.
And we're just sitting there, and people start driving up, and I'll get some chicken tenders and 6-pack of beer. All right, cool.
Yeah.
And they would grab it. Instead of driving home, they would just go park, right here in the parking lot.
Oh, just eat there and there, yeah.
And the next guy would come up, he would just park a couple spots down. So like 30 minutes an hour, parking lot's full. People are actually safely interacting. Because if you remember, it was like tumbleweeds, like dead, right? For like 2 weeks. It's like, dude, no one was out.
Ghost town.
You're freaking scared to leave your fucking house type shit. But this gave people a sense of community. Yeah. And you're going to kick my ass on this.
Probably this first one. You'd be surprised. So usually
comes up or
I'm
what?
off to a good start, but there'll be a point where I'm at a standstill and you might get all 4 of them that you need. But,
So that, that was kind of COVID, but honestly, we opened up as soon as we could, and we worked through the community with it, and ended up, the neighborhood we're in, Oak Forest, Garden Oaks, great neighborhood, great community, very supportive. And so they were really supportive of us through that time, and you came out of it, and a couple of years after COVID, everyone was balling out, PPP money,
getting those loans, man.
Exactly, like people were spending money like nothing. So we're like, all right, this is good. Business was good for the bars.
Checks and everything.
That's it. Now we've been in it now 6 years. 5 years, I think, are. So it's been a journey, man. It's been crazy, but it's a great location. And it's a fabric of the people's lives that live in that neighborhood. Like, oh, my kid got 16th birthday here or whatever. We've had people that met in the league and they got married. At Crowbar. Like crazy shit like that. So it was good. It was a blessing, but it was a tough time. COVID was tough for everyone, but we made it through okay. So it was a challenge, but
definitely, yeah. And I think one of the amazing things of that story is just, during that time in COVID, a lot of restaurants, bars didn't really make it because obviously you need people to be in your bar to make money and stay open. But I think, like you said, just it being like a sport that's approved, you guys being able to have a kitchen and have that parking lot to where people can come and kind of safely be together, creating that community and that experience. I mean, it's just great for that to, keep it open.
Plus, as a community, like the neighborhood, everyone supports everyone there.
Yeah.
All the businesses, get on the Facebook. Maybe everyone goes to school with their kids, and so it's like they want to see the business owners do good. So it was cool, man. But it was an unprecedented time in our life, and hopefully we never have to deal with anything like that again. Yeah. But it was crazy, man. Like I went to my grandmother passed away during COVID in Toronto, in Canada. And I went from Houston, Texas, where like people were partying in the clubs till 4 a.m., right? To like Canada. I couldn't even fly into Toronto because if you flew to the country, you had to wait 3 months before coming back.
Oh, man.
So I flew to Buffalo, New York, and I walked across the border to Toronto. That's how I went to go for my grandmother's funeral.
Yeah.
And I got picked up. And you couldn't even leave the apartment you were staying in if you were visiting there. You get fined like $100,000.
Damn.
My dad and I were like, fuck this shit, man.
It's like, it was grandma.
So we're out there, and literally the very first day, we get in the elevator. We're chopping it up with some lady in there. She's like, oh, where are you guys from? Oh, we're from Houston, blah, blah, blah. She's like, oh, I'm the inspector from the city of Toronto, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, what the fuck? She's like, I have to find you $100,000
Oh, man.
Like, fuck you, I gotta find us $100,000. But like, that's how different it was there.
Yeah.
Dude, we went there a year after COVID had started, and everything was still dead.
Damn,
like,
they took it serious.
Ghost town. They took it really serious. And that hurt their economy still today, So I love that we're in a pro-business state, and like everyone had losses during COVID. Everyone lost someone or got hurt. Or, you know, like my best friend, his dad died because of COVID and shit, right? Like, I get that. But, you know, here, because of the choices we did to push business and keep it going, that's how we're able to move forward, you know? Like, and so that's one of the great things about the state we live in, Texas, is I'm very pro-business, and I think even when tragedies happen, we're there for everyone, but we still want to keep things going.
Yeah, for sure. And you can definitely see like good examples of it, even now with the floodings and everything that happened in Kerrville. Like people are really coming together, and I think I agree. Like Houston, Texas, they're real big on community and like coming together and helping each other out. So that's also a testament to what you got. Actually, yeah, I think you had this one too.
Okay, all right, I'll take it.
I'll give it to you, man. You know, I shouldn't have said anything, but you know, I want to be nice. I want to be able to come back.
Like,
so.
yeah, 8,000 on there. I got like 2. All right.
So see, this is what I mean. Like I haven't gotten one in a while, but that's great. So the bar. Tell me about more of the hospitality, like the hotel businesses that you guys have. Because I mean, if people know you, do they know that you have that as well? Like,
I think it's a lot of people actually only know me for probably the hotels. Recently, the last couple of years, people know me for the bars, right?
Yeah.
And the bars, I think, are more kind of like we're on the news, or we're like on Fox 26. You know, we're kind of more like visible with the bar stuff.
Yeah.
But the hotels, I mean, look, we've been in the business for a long time. People know us in the hotel business, and so, you know, we basically, you know, that was my dad's passion to get into that business, but it was a great opportunity. You know, like entrepreneurship is crazy, right?
It's
like,
tough,
so it's
high risk, high reward.
High risk, high reward, right? I don't know if you know the statistic. The dry cleaning business created the most millionaires in America.
Oh man!
Because it's like a pretty, like, you think about it, well, but it's actually a pretty lucrative business. But you got to work, you got to grind. I'll tell you, man, like, when I was growing up, you know, most kids on a summer break, like right now, summer vacation, right?
Yeah.
And these kids are swimming, freaking playing video games, playing Call of Duty till 4 a.m., right?
Yeah.
Dude, my dad, I was like 12 years old, and he's like, nah, the dry cleaners, you got to start working, you got to turn the boiler on.
Yeah.
At like 5 a.m.
Man.
And he's not paying someone to come in 2 hours early to do that.
Yeah.
So he's like, Al.
Why when he can do it himself?
He's like, me and my sister. He's like, you guys wake up, summer break, and we're gonna go work the dry cleaners. 5 a.m. to 7 p.m. Okay.
Every day.
I was a 12-year-old kid. I worked 14, 16 hours a day in a fucking dry cleaners. 120 degrees outside, 140 degrees inside. Okay. We don't have air conditioning.
Yeah. All those dryers going on.
I hated that, but that taught me the value of hard work. And like no one's ever gonna outwork me in my bars and my hotels, my restaurants, any business I have, motherfucker, I'll stand right next to you and clean all day. When I got into hotel business, I didn't like start managing people.
Yeah.
My dad's like, nah, you work in housekeeping. I cleaned toilets for a fucking year. That's what I did. But you have to realize that the housekeeping, cleaning the rooms is the number one most important thing. I mean, if you walk into a hotel and the room's dirty, fuck that.
Checking out right away.
They could be nice, it could look good, but if it's fucking dirty, you see some shit on your
those sheets, man. You gotta clean those sheets, man.
I saw some shit. Okay, I fucking cleaned some shit. I'm traumatized still. You could ask my daughter. She's 11. Okay. You'll ask my business partner Riz is on the way. Okay. You can meet him and ask him later offline. I was like, this is how you check for bed bugs. Like, every hotel I go to, I check for bed bugs because I'm like, fuck that. I don't want to get bit by this shit. So I can't go into a hotel normally. I look at the toilet. I look at the fucking bed because I want my shit clean. I don't give a fuck.
You got a black light on you. You're just.
I don't have that. I'm not that hardcore because everything's got dirt on it. But anyway, so that's you know, so that was kind of the hard work was instilled to me. I wasn't given anything, and a lot of my friends will tell you, man, like, you know, I work during holidays, I work during vacations, even when I had my house in Edo with my boys. You know, they'd all be playing Call of Duty, Mario Kart, and I'd be on my laptop working, man. So I put the work in. I think there's no replacement for hard work.
Absolutely.
Whatever business it is, right? And the hotel business, you know, it's like the number one thing is you got to take care of the guests, keep it clean, you know, be nice to people. It's a very simple business, but you know, there's no substitute for hard work. And like you said, entrepreneurship, you know, 1 year may be awesome, but the next year, COVID, dude, my business and COVID, I got to tell you this, that like I had like 500 employees, and like the average tenure that they worked for me was like 10 years. I knew their kids, I knew their spouse. I knew their, even today I have some of them worked with Antonio. He's worked for me for 25 years. His daughter was my GM, all this shit,
man,
okay?
Yeah.
I got one. On the day COVID hit, he made that announcement like on a Saturday, Trump. And then that Monday I had to go in and let go 350 employees, let go right that minute. And these people worked for me 10 years, man.
That's tough.
So, but it was either that or I'd be on the street literally in a week. Like, seriously.
Yeah.
Fucking like crazy. So, this is how business is, and America's the best place to be to be an entrepreneur. If you truly put that grind in,
Right.
you have an opportunity to make it. That's not the case in other countries, So we're blessed, like you said, a blessing earlier, dude. My life is, I'm so blessed and so thankful for it, and I never give up and keep working. That's what my dad taught me.
Yeah, of course, man. I think it's a lot of it is obviously a blessing, but a lot of it more. The second part is that you actually put in the hard work to kind of get those blessings to come to you, right?
Yeah.
And so I think that's great, man. It's super tough being an entrepreneur, and I think your dad kind of knew that too, where he had to instill that in you from a young age. But immigrant story, like that's
typical immigrant story.
Yeah, exactly.
That's all of us, right?
Oh, buenas. Here we go. Actually, I might win. No punishment for me, man. I might be happy. Good, because if you heard this guy's idea for the punishment,
you're still gonna do it anyway.
Yeah, probably. So buenas.
Do we reset or what?
Yeah. So you're just gonna pick your board basically.
Do I get a new one or what?
If you want. So I like to stick with my card.
Stick with it.
But if you want to change, you can always.
I'm gonna change it.
I don't know the statistics on it, but maybe there's like better odds if you change.
Okay.
I got to do some research, but.
All right, I'm gonna change it up. See what happens.
All right, here we go. Let's see what you got. Let's see if we have one where we can repeat it.
I have that one, but does that still count or what?
Yeah. We'll start again.
I'll take that one.
That's hospitality, right? I think some of the parallels between having a hotel and like working in that industry, and then also making the jump to bars and stuff like that in restaurants. Like, Can you talk about some of the parallels and kind of what you took from the hotel business and opening bars?
Yeah, when I started working in the hotels early, like I think one of my favorite positions was working the front desk, because I get to meet people from all over the place, right? Checking people in from different states, different countries, different, so you're just meeting new people. Mm-hmm. My wife is more introverted, and she's like, Al, every time you go out, she's like, you just go meet everyone in the room,
right?
Disappear for 2 hours, and I'm like, oh, I just said what's up, I don't know what the fuck. But like I feel excited by that, right? So I think I like that personal interaction, and it's taken me a long time to figure out, but like I said, I think like even in the hotels, when someone comes, even if it's for a business trip, or you come for your family, or come to play sports with your kids or whatever, if you have a nice day, you're gonna remember that. Oh, remember that Galveston? We stayed in that Hilton. Oh, it was awesome. Yeah, okay, cool. Yeah. And so that same kind of concept of like creating a fun and memorable experience. When you walk into Decoy or you walk into Crowbar, you're gonna have fun no matter what, man. Right. Something's gonna be on the TV. Dude, I always used to tell people at Crowbar, I never played a day of sand volleyball in my damn life, okay? I got on this bar 6 years, all right? Fucking stepped out there twice, all right? But I played volleyball with my dad growing up, like, but we played like old school, like kind of style volleyball, but like just sitting there and just watching people play, it's like, dude, that's cool, like that's fun. Volleyball is a fast sport, it goes back and forth, so it keeps you active, and like, so it's like that alone is unique. But then you add in the live music, the TVs, the DJs, all this stuff. It's like, all right, man, it's a cool place. Like, I have people text me all the time, like, oh my God, I love this place. I'm gonna come here every week with my kid, And like, I have young kids. Sometimes I like to go out with my kids. Sometimes I like to go out, right? But if I'm going out with my kids, definitely would love to come to a place like this or something similar where the kids can run around, adults can have a good time, and it's family friendly. And I think people that come out here, even if you don't have kids, they get it. They're cool with the vibe, And so that's unique. I don't think there's a lot of places like that exist. And so I think that's a cool niche to be able to fill in that space. And so, And from the hospitality side, it's the same thing. It's like, people are going to come to the Woodlands or to Houston. You want them to walk away like, oh, that was an awesome city. I had a great thing. I love my city. I love Houston. Houston's the best. And I think Houston's an amazing city. I've traveled all over. Fuck Dallas. Austin. I loved Austin. When I was there for college, but now it feels totally foreign to me.
Yeah, it's definitely.
San Antonio's cool, but it's Houston.
San Antonio's on the come up, man.
So San Antonio's cool. San Antonio's a very cool city.
For sure.
And but Houston, just like it's Houston, and I think that everyone has that kind of that little bit of grit. They have that grittiness. We've been through a lot of stuff together as a community, and but this is such a Houston moment in my mind. We were at the rodeo cook-off this year, and there were some people from Atlanta visiting. And as soon as the DJ in the tent put on My Mind's Playing Tricks on me, everyone starts singing, right? And this girl's like, what's going on? I'm like, you're in Houston, when you put a Houston song on,
everybody,
she's like, she was just enthralled, because everyone word for word, same tenor, same, all of us, we grew up with that, right? Like Bushwick's verse at the end, like that, it kills it, right? So that's what makes our city unique. I think a city like Houston has so much culture and unique identity. That's what makes our city so fun and so different. Everyone loves coming to Houston now. Yeah, it wasn't always like that.
No, yeah, it's getting. A lot of people are coming. Y'all gotta go away. Actually, y'all gotta stop coming to Houston.
I know, right? So it's a blessing. We love being here in Houston, and it's great operating hospitality properties here, and Houston's got some of the best restaurants in the world,
Absolutely,
and some of the best restaurants in the U.S. So if you love to eat, it's the best place to be.
One of the greater cities. I think that's a testament to just Houston. It's a big melting pot of communities, and I think it just creates its own unique community, like you say, and
for sure.
You throw that Zero song on, everybody goes crazy. You know what I mean?
That's
and I don't think you get that in a lot of cities.
And
but,
that's like the dude from the Woodlands to the guy now from wherever, right? I mean, it's a unifier, right?
Right. So. It brings people together for sure. I'm gonna help you out. You had this one.
See, I told you I was gonna pay attention, but I'm not paying attention.
I got you. I think you.
Okay, which one?
This guy. You had this guy.
All right, cool.
All right. Again, I'm trying to get invited back, so
you're always invited back. Don't worry.
We got it. We're in. But no, man, I think that's great. Was it when you guys were creating the Decoy? Was sand volleyball just kind of what was working for you at Wakefield that you wanted to bring it here, or what was the idea behind that?
The concept with the pickleball is obviously going crazy everywhere in life, but sand volleyball has actually been the number one growing sport, and what you don't realize, you may realize, is that a lot of youth, particularly like youth girls, play volleyball like hard court, but their knees get shot, but they want to play growing, as an adult, and so playing on sand makes it easier for their knees to play. And so people that want to play, they continue to be able to play through sand volleyball, and I never understood it honestly until we bought Crowbar, but people are like crazy about it. You know? It's one of those sports, and even though pickleball is like zooming,
right,
sand volleyball is still growing like crazy. So for us, that was just our niche. Obviously, can't ignore pickleball, and when we looked at this concept, should we do pickleball? Should we not? There's so many so many great pickleball places out there. Like we know sand volleyball. We know how to do tournaments. We can set bounce house up on the sand. We kind of, that's our thing. We know it, and so there's like 5 or 6 other really great volleyball bars in Houston, but it's 5 or 6 versus how many pickleball places
are opening up.
5,000 pickleball places. So.
I feel like pickleball came out of nowhere, man. Was that something that you got? Yeah, we played once. It wasn't all that.
It's intense.
It can get. We saw some of the other people playing there. They were going crazy with it.
I mean, man,
it might be the next Olympic sport they allow.
I mean, people get into it.
Yeah.
It's not like volleyball, man. You can like have a bucket of beers and get out there and like
right.
Pickleball, you ain't doing that, man. You're crazy. Sore at the end of the day of that. So.
That's great. So that was, this family friendly. I think that's one of the things that you want to get out there about the bars that you're in, because it's not just to create the experience between people, but also like families and their kids and stuff. And I saw recently that you guys put the playground. That was a new addition. Yeah. The Decoy wasn't too family friendly at first, and then you guys made that decision.
We actually originally opened as a 21 and up concept. We wanted to kind of provide an alternate kind of adult, more vibe to what we had done at Crowbar, and the neighborhood and the community in this area. I don't think it really fit for what we were trying to do or what was the vibe here.
Yeah.
And so at the end of last year, beginning of this year, we're like, hey, let's open it up to family like we're used to at Crowbar. And I think that was a much more comfortable kind of like unique thing. There's plenty of 21 up places around here, so I think something like this where you can bring your kids out and have a good time is unique out here, and we wanted to be part of the community that way. So we changed in January. We added the playground, opened up between Underbelly Burger, the fence, and opened it up with us and everything. So I think it's been good. We do a lot of kids' birthday parties, a lot of events out here, graduations, school parties. So a lot of end of year season parties. My own kids' team had his baseball party here. So it's cool. It's a fun spot.
That's great. I actually might have to hit you up for that. My coach's softball team, we just finished the season. We might have to pull up over here.
There you go.
You guys got the playground.
Exactly.
That actually works.
It's perfect, right?
Yeah, it is. Yeah, and I think that was great.
Let them go run around there, get some beers, and let the kids run around. And it's great.
It is. Yeah, and I thought, I was like, man, I wonder what the decision behind that was, because it was 21 up, but obviously
the concept wasn't working, so as an entrepreneur you have to kind of pivot, and we had put our blood, sweat, tears and our life savings into this place, and we're not just going to let it go. And I think we want to we want to be here, and we want to be part of the Spring Branch community, and I think that by taking that approach of family friendly and working with the Blue Lagoon and the other businesses around here, we're kind of all trying to be a destination for the families in the area to come down here. And we got some new restaurants opening up here down the street. And so, I think it's a long-term goal, but we're 100% committed to it for sure. I don't have that guy.
No, this was me yesterday. Yeah, that was that was me yesterday.
That was 8 white teas in.
Yeah, something like that. I think I lost my wallet, but that's a story for a different time. But no, it's great, man. I love it here, man. And just speaking of the sand volleyball, one of the reasons that we're actually here is not only the hospitality and creative experiences, but I feel like you do a lot for the community, and I think you love to give back and kind of help others. And for those who don't know, we have Hustle for Change, which is our nonprofit that we do here in Spring Branch, and you're giving us a chance to host a volleyball tournament here in a couple of weeks, and we appreciate you, man. Is just giving back to the community, is that something that it's always been part of you, like you just enjoy doing that?
My parents and kind of my grandparents and our family have always believed in your duty to kind of give back and serve the community and volunteer. That's just something that's always been ingrained in us, and since we did as kids. And education is like one of the most important things, and so giving back to give chance for kids to have a great start at school and have all the supplies they need, and that's so important to be set up to have a successful year for school. And so very passionate about giving back. We serve a lot of different volunteer organizations between my wife and I and our kids, and we're blessed, like I said, but my grandmother always said, don't look down, look up. Don't look down on people that have less. Look up and say thank you to God for giving you what you have, and take care of people that don't have less. So that's one of my other owners right there.
Oh, there you go.
There. Yeah. So see, there you go, family friendly right there. So,
absolutely.
Anyway, so that giving back though has always been, so it's a no-brainer. It's not even a question. Right. Like if you have it, you're supposed to give it back. Whatever religion you believe. The golden rule is do unto others, and I think that is a value that connects everybody.
Absolutely.
And so that's a no-brainer to be able to. So thank you guys for the opportunity for us to host it here.
Yeah, man. No, it's great. Yeah. So Saturday, July 26th, we're hosting the volleyball tournament. Just quick little plug-in while we can.
11 a.m.
But 11 a.m. we're going to be here. Make sure you guys. Usually we do a kickball tournament in the summer, and it's Houston, and we all know that it's hot as fuck here. So we're going to try something different this year.
You guys are starting early in the morning, so that's good.
Maybe we host a kickball tournament later in the fall when it's not as hot. But yeah, we want you guys to sign up. Make sure you sign up. Come check out the Decoy. Come hang out with us. It's going to be a great event. And then August 9th, I believe, is the day that we go and do the backpack giveaway at one of the apartment complexes here in Spring Branch. So make sure you sign up. More information coming on that. But yeah, man, Spring Branch, you know, I grew up here. I've been here my whole life. I love it here, and I've kind of been able to see kind of the changes in it. Why Spring Branch why here was the next place when you guys wanted to, was there other places you guys were thinking about going?
You know, that's a great question. You know, we were looking kind of at different neighborhoods in Houston, and you know, like I told you, I live right across the highway from here, and this was just kind of like geographically and population density wise, this is literally the center of Houston.
Yeah.
You can serve West Houston, you can serve North Side, you can serve downtown.
Yeah.
And so we already have the Crowbar, which is kind of in the city. That's like, okay, we want it to be a little bit further out to serve those other neighborhoods and communities. You know,
Right.
Energy Corridor, we do a ton of corporate events.
Yeah.
You know, so being close to all the oil and gas companies as well,
Right down the street, yeah.
and providing kind of providing you know, different venues. Sometimes a lot of people just go do happy hours. They go to a restaurant. Here, people want to get active, go have fun, sweat a little bit. And honestly, man, like, you can sit around and have drinks with someone, but if you go out there and play volleyball with someone, you're gonna form a different kind of relationship or bond than you would just sitting around having drinks.
Yeah,
you know, so it brings
experience.
people together,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Exactly. So yeah, I think those are the kind of the reasons. I think, you know, this area is still developing, right?
For sure.
And you know,
Absolutely.
so I think that, you know, what it looks like now versus what it'll look like in 5 years is going to be totally different.
Yeah.
But I think we're really excited about the direction of where everything is going, and it's a great neighborhood and great people to be with over here.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree. Yeah, definitely. You can definitely see the changes start happening. I think it's good and bad at times, but you know, some of the good things is new experiences, new restaurants and bars kind of coming and opening up, and obviously, yeah. I mean, I've been here, so I already knew Spring Branch was a place to be. Shout out the branch. But yeah, for people who aren't here, like, you know, once you start getting here in the neighborhood, you kind of see that it is kind of. I think it's the best neighborhood because you got 290, I-10, you got the Beltway, and you got everything right here. And
Very accessible, and all the food and basically all the resources you can want. Yeah, it's a great neighborhood. Like either my friends all live in the Spring Branch area, or I live in Montrose, Edo area. That's it, you know. So that's kind of like I told you, I had a friend that just bought a house down the street from here. So
that guy's walking over here too. He's walking over here every day. That's great, man. Yeah. In the future, I mean. And if you want to talk a little bit more about it, but I'm more curious about, you know, what do you guys have planned for the future? Is it more bars, more hotels, or kind of what's your plan looking forward in 5 years?
5 years, yeah. I think, you know, we're working on a hotel project here in the Houston Medical Center, so really excited about that. And that's
a big one.
That'll be a big one, yeah, if we can get that off the ground. So that's what we're working on the hotel side. On this one, man, honestly, we're just trying to get this kind of stabilized and get it to where it needs to be. There's opportunity for growth there, but, you know, my wife always gets mad at me. She's like, you know, every business you get to is like 3 a.m., you know, 24/7 business, right? Hotels never close. Yeah. The bars stay open until basically late, so phone's ringing all the time, you know? And so quality of life is important, and my kids are growing up, and so I want to spend time with them. So, you know, I don't know. We'll see. You know, it's kind of open right now in terms of the plans, but definitely going to keep growing the hotel side. And if the right opportunity comes along for, you know, another location for the bar, we'll definitely look at it, you know. But never say no. But it's a tough business too, man. Like, bar business is not for everyone.
It's not easy. You know? Yeah, I mean, the numbers on there, it's not. I mean, I think it closes within a couple of years and stuff. Like, it's,
99% of bars fail in the first year.
Yeah, it's tough, man. So, you guys are past that first year, so made it out of there.
But like I said, we're committed long term. You know, like for us, it's not kind of like we're part of the community, right? So
absolutely.
It takes like the other stat, which Riz always tells me, is that the SBA says it takes 3 years for a business to stabilize. That's what the Small Business Administration says. So we're in year 2, you know, so one more year we're there, we're good. But the community's been great, branch has been great, neighborhood's been great. You know, working with Blue Lagoon has been awesome, and so you know, I think we're making the progress, but it's a grind. But you know, I think we're 100% committed to it for sure.
Yeah, I love it. I love that you guys are also kind of working with the Blue Lagoon. The Blue Lagoon, for people who aren't from Spring Ranch, has been around for a long, long time, and so they
if
just
you want a Coors Light at 9 a.m., go to Blue Lagoon.
And it's funny because they just got bought out by Bobby Hugo, I believe, and so he kind of got that going. Talk a little bit more about that, because most people, you know, would think that if a bar opens up across the street from you, you know, it's kind of competition. But you guys, I don't think that's what you guys were planning here. You guys kind of collaborated and kind of got it going.
I mean, like, you know, Bobby is a well-known, you know, world-renowned, famous, you know, Anvil is one of the top cocktail bars in America, if not the top cocktail bar. So, you know, the guy's a legend, right? So, but I think his goal to come in here wasn't to like transform Blue Lagoon. He just wanted to keep the legacy going, right? And save dive bars. That's what he did with Capper. That's what he did here, which I love it, right? I mean, dive bars are fabric of the community.
The foundation,
right?
It's
like my buddy, my cousin Karim from Dallas, he was just here. I always take him to the bougiest bars in Houston because he hates them. But he loves the Blue Lagoon, right?
Yeah.
I took him there. He's like, oh, I'm home.
This is the best,
Like, what the fuck, you know?
Something about dive bars, man.
Yeah, we all love them, right?
Yeah.
So, and so Bobby and his team are doing, and I think they're doing a great job. They didn't. I mean, if you go in there, they've made a couple of improvements, but the vibe is the same. It's just the same. So like, you know, like we're not competing. The crowd that's going to go there is going to go there. The folks that want to come here are going to come here. But there's some overlap and some opportunity to work together. And I think like I said, like at Crowbar, the cool thing is like there's a walking streak of breweries right across from us, and Cannon Winery is right there, and then Greater Heights Brewery is right there. So if you want to go and hit a couple of bars
on the same street, right there. It's like right there.
So here we want to establish, hey man, come to Decoy, go to Blue Lagoon, you know, go to Saigon Hustle, you know, go to whatever new bar opens up. And so if people start figuring that out and kind of treat this as a destination as well, then everyone wins in that way. So that's kind of, I think, the thought process is there, is to collaborate and work together there.
Yeah, I love that, man. Yeah, because, you know, I think that's the best way to go about it, especially if you're trying to create that experience and create that community. Like you said, you know, when they're all together and you're all kind of on the same street, you're able to kind of bounce around and you feel kind of the same. It's kind of the same thing if you go to this bar, you go to the other bar, but it feels the same because you all are in line and kind of grouped together, and you understand that you're trying to create that experience here.
Yeah, it's a different vibe, right? So, you know, I mean, you know, you're going to get a different vibe in Decoy than Blue Lagoon, but it's cool, you know? I mean, it's part of the, like when people, like I told you, when people come to town, you know, we'll take them here, we'll take them to Blue Lagoon, take them to Tree Garden, take them to One Shot. You want them to feel kind of the whole experience, you know? So that's how they get it.
That's great, man. Love it, man. That's so awesome. Some other collaborations that you guys have. I mean, you guys do. You collab with a lot of people. So, and I see that one of the big ones I think you guys have is Houston Sports Social. Who obviously you have a sand volleyball place. You want people to use it, and just want to talk about more about that. Like, I mean, you got the sand volleyball. You did it again. But you still need people to come out here and kind of play. Yeah,
well, actually, so my business partner, Omid, he actually owns Houston Sports and Social Club.
Oh, no way.
And so the reason that we kind of collaborate is we run the leagues and the tournaments through the bars. You know, 5 days a week here we have leagues, and then every other Saturday we do a tournament. And so that's kind of how we work with Houston Sports and Social Club.
There you go.
They obviously serve a lot of other sports as well, but for the volleyball here, you know, and so that's his expertise. My business partner is on the sports and the league and all that. I don't know anything about that.
Now it's clicking.
Right, there you go. So it made sense from a partnership standpoint, right?
Absolutely. Why wouldn't you?
I had the hospitality business in the background. He had the sports background.
Yeah.
Him and I both see exactly eye to eye on what makes a bar cool. It's the vibe, it's the feel, it's the music. And so him and I spent a lot of time researching bars, you know, in college together.
That's what we'll call it. So that you put on the business expense. Yeah, we're researching.
So we tell his mom all the time, see, we were messing around, we were researching. But So we know, so we're aligned in terms of what we think makes a good, fun experience.
Yeah.
And, so the rest of it was a business aspect of that. Yeah. So he brings the sports and the league aspect, and I bring the hospitality and the business aspect. So it's a great partnership.
Yeah, absolutely. This is the guy you bought Wakefield with?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Was Sports Social around already? Like, they were already trying to get that?
So basically the story is Houston Sports and Social started back in like 2012, maybe, something like that.
Okay.
And I got one. The bar Crowbar, I don't know if you know the story about Crowbar. I'll tell you real quick about it.
No, yeah, we'd love to know.
It used to be a house.
Okay.
2 houses.
Oh.
It was a house and a house. And the guy that owned it, Randy, he was an ex-volleyball player. And he was a contractor. So he's like, I want to build a volleyball court to play for my own personal stuff. So he tore down one house and built a volleyball court. Right? So he's playing on his court, and people start rolling up on their bikes and driving up like, hey, can we rent this court? He's like, oh shit, okay, I'll start renting it to you.
Yeah, right, make some money, why not?
So it's getting really busy.
Yeah.
So then he opens up like 2 more courts. That's how the 3 courts get there. So then people are like renting it, and then someone's like, "Hey man, do you sell beer here?"
Obviously, if you're playing sand volleyball,
so the guy's like, I think sets up a cooler and just starts selling beer out of a fucking cooler. Like, what the shit?
That's good.
Then the guy gets the idea. Randy, he's like, "Have you been to Crowbar before?"
Yeah.
So when you walk in, that's actually an old house. The bar is a house. The bar area is the living room. Our office is his master bathroom. Okay? His shower is still there, bro.
Oh my God. You know what? That makes sense to earlier with all the sewage stuff happening, man. It's just...
So, anyway, so it's a really unique vibe, right?
Yeah.
And so Omid, when he started doing his leagues, he partnered with Randy like 10 years ago on doing the volleyball. So he's always run his leagues through Crowbar. That's always kind of been their partnership.
Right,
so when he wanted to sell it, that's why he reached out to Omid, and Omid reached out to me. So that's kind of like the story on how all that happened, basically.
Lined up, man. Everything just stars lined up for you guys.
And so like I said, like I didn't know anything about the leagues. I still don't know anything about sand volleyball. I let them handle all that, but so he, Houston Sports Social has like 20 or 30,000 members that play every year. Like they're huge,
I think they're number one in just sports in general if you're trying to join the league.
They are definitely, and people have met their spouses, like best friends. Like it's pretty cool, man. Because like even his thing is it's like bringing people together, right?
Absolutely.
Around sports
just
and social.
Channel.
So a different way, or a channel, right? And so we've always been aligned around that. I mean, I think him and I are pretty similar in that way, where if we host a party, we want to make sure that everyone has the best time of their life, type thing. Sure. And so we try to bring that same attitude to running these businesses every day.
That's awesome, man. Yeah, and you said he was one of your best friends?
Yeah, we actually met pledging a business fraternity in college, so I didn't know him from anyone, and like we ended up pledging a business fraternity together, me, him, and 2 other guys. And became really close. And I remember the first time we went out, this is how I knew him and I were going to be good friends. Back in Austin, in the day, they didn't, they just wrote a tiny little X on their hand, and you would just wipe it off.
Right.
Okay, so I go in the bathroom, wipe it off, and I come in, and all right, check this out. I go to the bar, let me get 2 pitchers of beer. They're like, there you go. I fucking grab the beer, and if you ask him the story, he'll say, Aly, your face, it's like your smile is like this. I got it.
Hey, where you actually didn't think you get away with it?
Man. We fucking got slammed that night, and I think ever since then, man, we just became super close friends, and I think we probably were not the best influences on each other,
right?
But we partied
as best friends,
partied together, and went through a lot of life stuff together. Him and I have very parallels in our life. Like we met our wives right around the same time, and did business stuff and family stuff. So we've always been kind of on the very similar wavelength.
Yeah.
It's like working with a friend. It's risky because shit can go sideways.
Yeah, right.
But that's, I think, one thing that's been important to both him and I is the friendship hopefully can come first. I mean, I've worked with some best friends that I've, had some really bad relationships that ended up because of business stuff, right? That sucks. You lose a friend over business. So, you learn over life, but we've navigated it so far. To 6 years.
It's been working.
It's been good. So so basically, So I met him in '99, and we've been best friends since,
man. It's beautiful.
So
man.
He's a Dallas guy. Okay. So
that's
So, but this will tell you the story.
We'll
cool.
redact that from the video, so we don't.
But I'll tell you the story though, because when he first moved to Houston, he's like fuck Houston. And then within a year, he's like, oh, okay, well, I figured out where this. I'm like, yeah, once you kind of figure out where stuff is and what your neighborhood is, what's your place to go, you fall in love. And I'm like, dude, even in Dallas, you're going to drive everywhere. I'll tell you the difference between Dallas and Houston, okay? Houston, there's no zoning, right? So that means you can put a church next to a liquor store, next to a strip club, next to an office, okay? And they did that because Houston needed to grow. And so they said, hey, we're not going to have zoning. Everyone come build in Houston. That was back in the days. That's what allowed Houston to grow so quickly. Dallas took a more structured approach and basically has very segmented parts of Dallas. So if you go to Dallas, and the nice part of Dallas, you're not going to see anything like bad. You're going to see just...
No Blue Lagoons there.
Right? No Blue Lagoon. But if you go to the bad neighborhood, there ain't nothing nice there. That's you're there for a reason, right? And so I think people in Dallas are a little bit more segregated in that manner, whereas Houston, we're like slammed to be together,
pot, man.
Right? And so that's the difference. And so I think, but once you figure that out, and then you figure out, oh, I like this is where it is, then you're good. And that's what I hear from people all the time that move to Houston. That takes about a year to figure it out, but once you figure it out,
it's good.
You're good to go.
It's great. Man. That's wonderful. Well, I didn't want to cut you off, but BUENAS from like a couple minutes ago. I just wanted you to tell the stories, man. It was super interesting.
But stop talking and watch that damn screen now.
But yeah, man, it's best 2 out of 3. But we appreciate you so much. Anything that you want to tell the people? Anything you guys want to promote?
No, just we're happy to be here and happy to have everyone. We'd love for everyone to come out. Happy to host everyone. We got the football's coming up, so great place to watch the Texans.
It is the absolute best.
Host a party or corporate event. We're going to guarantee you have a fun and memorable event here with us, and we're so happy to support the tournament, and hopefully we can raise some money and get some good supplies out to the kids.
Of course, it'll be fun. We appreciate you so much again for allowing us in your space, for allowing us the courts and everything. Again, Saturday, July 26th, we're hosting the volleyball tournament for Hustle for Change. Ali, thank you so much. Shout out to the Decoy, to Wakefield. Make sure you guys follow on all socials. Come check it out. I can attest personally to all the fun experiences that we can have here. But again, man, thank you so much for everything.
Appreciate it. Thanks for having me.
Thank you for watching. We'll see you guys on the next one.